First at 6, the Manchester Road Race countdown is on. Registration is going to open up soon, so we're going to have the dates that you want to keep in mind if you're going to participate in this year's Turkey Day tradition. It is such a great day there in Manchester.
How many have you done? Let's start counting.
I kind of lost count. At least
over 10?
12?
Okay.
Maybe 10. At least over 10. I don't know if it's 11 or 12. Yeah, it's always such a fun day.
But you keep coming back, so it must be fun. It must be a good time.
It is, it is. Well, we're going to have more on that in a minute, but we're glad you're starting off your day here with us here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Bridget Piorla. Great to have you here. Today is the day you might want to pack an extra bottled water, maybe an extra Stanley, an extra large. It's going to be a hot one.
Yeah. Whatever you did yesterday to get through it, definitely want to do that again today. Although our numbers won't be necessarily at 90 degrees, they'll be in the upper 80s. That's kind of splitting hairs, you know. The 73 degrees over in Hartford right now. Our winds are calm. It is very muggy outside this morning at 74 degrees, and the wind is calm over in New Haven as well. 72 in Willimantic out the door, and 67 degrees in Torrington. Humidity is up this morning and remains that way throughout the day. You'll see that here as we run this through the next 24 hours or so, beginning to drop off as we head through the morning tomorrow. So checking in tomorrow morning, it feels a little bit different. There's also an opportunity today for a shower or two. There could be a brief thunderstorm as well. Some of those thunderstorms could contain some downpours that could lead to some poor drainage, flooding, and things like that. So that's something we'll have to watch closely. The better opportunity for those storms to develop is going to be mainly in eastern and central Connecticut. If you're in western Connecticut yesterday, you had the rain, so hopefully we can spare you some of the thunderstorms today. Temperatures into the upper 80s to near 90 this afternoon. We'll watch for those thunderstorm opportunities. Near 90 in Wallingford, 88 degrees in Hartford, southeastern Connecticut in the lower to middle 80s. We are going to see falling humidity for tomorrow. It's still going to be on the hot side, but we'll have more details on that, plus walk you through your weekend forecast coming up in just around 15 minutes. As we check in with the roads this morning here at 6:02, we are following a road closure over in Sherman this morning, so we'll back this up so you can see here the road is blocked between Route 55 and Anderson Road and Evans Hill Road. This is due to some wires and trees down on the roadway. As they work to clear that up, we'll let you know when that reopens. 84 east and westbound over in West Hartford, as well as East Hartford as you're traveling over the Bulkley Bridge. Volume is light out by exit 50 and 51. And New Britain after the Hartford Tunnel is a nice drive at 5 minutes. Over to you.
All right, Rachel, thanks. 6:02. And today, state leaders are sounding the alarm on a sharp rise in deadly bicycle crashes.
Yeah, the numbers tell a story. The data says that deadly bicycle and e-bike accidents are up by more than 300% since last year. That's according to the state's crash data repository.
Fox 61's Glenn Kittle is joining us live from Farmington this morning with a breakdown of the data. And Glenn, there are steps being taken to bring those numbers down, right?
Yeah, good morning, Bridget. Erica, state leaders will be meeting later today to talk about those. But so far this year, according to the website Watch For Me CT, there have been 7 deadly bike accidents this year. That's up from 4 in 2024. Now, this comes on the heels of a crash that happened in East Haven last night that was deadly. Police say a 65-year-old man died after falling off an e-bike and tumbling down an embankment. According to the state's bike crash data, Connecticut has reached a 10-year high in deadly bike crashes, and the legislators are taking action to cut down on these numbers. New laws that go into effect on October 1st will try to cut down on the amount of people who can ride e-bikes, which can typically operate at higher rates of speed than pedal bikes. E-bikes with no pedals and batteries over 750 watts but under 3,500 watts will now be defined as motor-driven cycles. A valid driver's license will be required to operate those e-bikes. Classes 1 through 3 will not require a license. E-bikes over 3,500 watts are expected to require registration and insurance just like motorcycles. Later today, the Connecticut Department of Transportation and Lieutenant Governor Susan Bysowitz will have a press conference at 11 a.m. to talk about these deadly crashes and shed more light on the data. Live in Farmington, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thanks so much. And 6:04 now, we've shown you this disturbing video of the 100 headstones and gravestones that were vandalized. This happened at St. Patrick's Cemetery in Meriden. Now Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot spoke with people in the area about how they're feeling since that was first reported.
This is what the St. Patrick's Cemetery looks like more than 48 hours after police say someone knocked over and damaged the headstones here. People I spoke with say it's disrespectful that someone could do this.
It's really disturbing how somebody can do that.
Sandra Shapiro and her family walk at the St. Patrick's Cemetery daily. On Wednesday, they couldn't help but notice the headstones displaced.
Our family walks around for a little walk, and this was very sad to see. We're very upset.
She's not the only one disturbed by the vandalism. Clarissa Cardona didn't expect to see the large amount of headstones damaged.
My daughter had sent me Instagram showing me, what had happened. So today we said, let's take a walk to see, if it's not a lot. And when we started walking and we saw all of the tombstones knocked down, we were like, wow, a lot of damage was done.
She hopes whoever is responsible is caught.
It's very disrespectful, actually, and this shouldn't happen at all.
Meriden Deputy Police Chief Jeremiah Scully said this is a serious offense and this investigation is still active.
It is a Class C felony to desecrate the gravestone markers, and for that you can face up to 10 years in jail and up to a $10,000 fine or both. We're going to do everything we can to try to leverage that to figure out who did this and hold them accountable and send them to court.
In a statement from the Catholic Cemeteries Association, it says, quote, "The Catholic Cemeteries Association of the Archdiocese of Hartford will be addressing all the fallen monuments by reaching out to the families who own them and restoring them to their upright positions," end quote. Meriden police urge anyone to come forward with any information on what they may have seen or heard. In Meriden, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Hate to see that, Kay. Thanks. To Cheshire this morning, where police say 32-year-old Zachary Naumitis died of smoke inhalation in a house fire Tuesday morning. The fire started after 3 a.m. on Brookside Place. Lori Stocks, the man's mother, says her ex-husband was also in the home at the time with her son. She says her ex-husband saw that son in the bathroom when the fire broke out, but then an explosion happened, separating the pair. The ex-husband escaped using an emergency ladder and ran to a neighbor's home for help. We spoke with a woman who saw it all happen.
About 2 o'clock in the morning, somehow we woke up with like flashing lights and not too much siren, but flashing light, big lights, and then I didn't know what it was, so I opened the blind, and then I saw the house engulfed in flames.
The fire was so intense and that part of the home collapsed. You see the roof there and all that damage. Crews had to use heavy equipment from Cheshire Public Works to comb through all that debris. Multiple agencies are now investigating what caused that fire. A deer tested positive for rabies in Waterford. Officials say the deer was found on a Gunshot Road and was tested Tuesday. People are warned not to handle wild animals. They also remind people to keep their pets' rabies vaccinations up to date. So important. If you think you've been exposed, get medical care immediately.
Well, police say a Meriden man confessed to them that he tried to rob a Dunkin' in East Haven. Officers also say he confessed to other robberies in other towns. Police say David Pusinelli went to a Dunkin' on Frontage Road on Tuesday. Officers say he demanded money from an employee and implied that he was armed. And then that employee ran out a back door. Pusinelli ran out of the business. No one got hurt. He didn't take anything. Officers later found him on Foxon Road, and police say he confessed to officers right there. He appeared in court yesterday to face several charges, including criminal attempt to commit robbery.
Well, the field of candidates trying to be the next Connecticut governor is getting a bit more crowded. Republican State Senator Ryan Fazio is throwing his hat in the ring. He currently serves the 36th district, and he's been in that position for the last 3 terms. State Senator Fazio was born in Norwich, raised in Greenwich, and he said after he graduated college, he returned to the Nutmeg State to cut electric rates and taxes, support law enforcement, and defend local control for towns and cities. Fazio joins Westport's Jen Tooker in the governor's race. Meantime, New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart continues to explore a run for her own. She's raising money to do it as well. Then on the Democratic side, State Representative Josh Elliott has filed paperwork to run. He is a Democrat from Hamden and a known progressive in the state legislature. If Governor Lamont decides to seek a third term, Elliott could face him in a Democratic primary. So far, Governor Lamont hasn't officially announced if he is running again, but he has said he's leaning toward a third term. So it's going to get interesting really fast. 6:09 now. It's almost time of year for that Manchester Road Race, so lace up your sneakers if you want to run this year. Registration is opening soon.
It's always a great day, so make sure you mark your calendars for registration dates. The 89th Manchester Road Race is going to open on Monday, September 1st. That's the first time you can register. Now, that registration is going to close on November 25th, and the price is going to go up as we get closer to race day. The race is going to take place, of course, Thanksgiving morning, November 27th, and you'll be able to watch it once again, like always, right here on Fox 61 Thanksgiving morning.